Station 2. Migration and Trapping. Are there lakes of crude oil and natural gas underground? Where is it stored? After natural gas and crude oil are formed, they tend to migrate upward toward the Earth's surface due to their densities and the pressure within the Earth. Two factors that control the movement or migration and trapping, or the storage of fluids in rocks, are porosity and permeability. Porosity is a measure of the holding capacity of a rock and is the ratio of the volume of openings or pores in the rock to the total volume of material. Porosity represents the storage capacity of the geologic material. Porous rocks, such as sandstone and limestone, contain tiny spaces called pores that can hold natural gas, water, and crude oil like a sponge. Non-porous rocks, such as granite, do not have pore spaces. After crude oil and natural gas are formed, they tend to migrate upward through the rock layers due to the pressure within the Earth. Both liquids and gases move based on their properties and the natural flow of fluids from areas of higher pressure to lower pressure. The ability of liquids and gases to move through these spaces is called permeability. Permeability is the measure of how quickly liquids or gases can pass through a rock. The permeability of a rock is the measure of the resistance to the flow of fluids or gases through that rock. If it takes a lot of pressure to squeeze fluid through a rock, that rock has low permeability. If a fluid passes through the rock easily, it has high permeability. The viscosity of a substance also determines how quickly it may migrate through a rock formation. During formation, two rocks with different properties play a large role: reservoir rocks and source rocks. Reservoir rocks are rocks that trap and store hydrocarbons that migrate from historic production within a rock formation. Source rocks are stores of organic hydrocarbons that store the products from biogenesis. Biotic materials that form hydrocarbons are trapped in source rocks at the bottom of ancient lakes or marine environments. Heat and pressure help to form crude oil and natural gas. How do the properties of porosity and permeability differ between these two types of rocks? Reservoir rocks are more permeable. Source rocks, such as shale, are porous but less permeable. Recently, an increasing amount of the U.S. gas production is coming from shale. Shale, a source rock, is generally more porous, but has extremely low permeability, and traditionally was a poor producer of hydrocarbons. Evolving well stimulation techniques have rendered low permeability shale reservoirs more permeable. In other words, more accessible to producing natural gas and crude oil. Careers that relate to porosity and permeability include geologist, geophysicist, geoscience technician, petroleum engineer, reservoir engineer. You will learn more about how we find these source rocks in exploration.